Welcome to Geeks of the North, a hobby and gaming podcast of the adult province. We're here to paint some miniatures and talk about the hobby, so why don't you sit back, relax, grab a paintbrush, and enjoy the show. Hey everyone, welcome to Geeks of the North, your hobby and gaming podcast of the adult province. As always, I am your host, Paul Filio, here this week with the beautiful Antoine Bergeron.
Hi.
Hello, Antoine.
Hello.
And special guest host, B. Steve.
Hey.
I was going to make a comment about Steve being very special at times.
You could. I mean, at least you
could.
You didn't say I was sweaty or something like that because I'm the only one with no AC in the group, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, you know, as a plus-size human being, I tend not to comment on other people being sweaty and or, that's... That whole thing about people in glass houses, yeah.
Glass houses are terrible. The sun goes through so easily.
Yeah, it's not efficient at all for eating consumption.
Well, it's very efficient for heating in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a strange segue, and we're going to stop that right now. Okay. So, how's everyone doing?
Very good.
It's been a long time, Steve. I mean, since you've been on this show.
Yeah.
We, of course, do our Guilds of the North show, where we attempt to have meaningful content and usually fail.
Well, we have content. That's a start.
No, I said meaningful content.
Yeah, but that's what I said. We have content, at least.
Oh, wow. Yes, we do more than just breathe into the microphones. I suppose that is true.
Well, sometimes we're on long hiatus because Team Forge doesn't give us content, but these days we have add some stuff, so.
Let's face it, Guild Ball is not their moneymaker. They have Kickstarters to run.
I know. It's like...
but I'm not bitter. I'm not trying to sound bitter.
Yet.
It's not just Kickstarter. They are releasing a full board game straight in release this week at Gen Con, aren't they?
I thought
they announced it. The trial is there. I don't think it's being released at Gen Con, is it?
I don't have a
that's
demo.
That's what I thought it was.
They had a demo at some UK Comic-Con last weekend, but I thought it was a Kickstarter.
Oh, okay. I might be wrong.
I'm not sure.
A straight release.
They didn't mention anything about Kickstarter.
Okay.
To be honest, when I looked at it on their website, I just took Steve's word for it that it was Kickstarter. That could have been my first mistake.
What, listening to me?
Yes.
But usually that's their model. Like they preview a game and, well, like they did for Devil May Cry, and they do a Kickstarter and...
Oh, you know what? I'd actually forgotten about that one. What was the one they did before Devil May Cry? It was based off like another game.
Yeah,
like Space one.
I was going to say Event Horizon, but that's not Event Horizon, but it's something Horizon with...
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, exactly. With kind of... Well, the miniature look really cool. Like giant dog robot thingy.
I don't think miniatures not looking cool has ever really been a problem with most miniature companies.
You were right about the... I thought it was Gen Con, but no. There will be information available later in the year, and the game is available to test at Gen Con. But it's not releasing at Gen Con.
See?
But there's no mention of Kickstarter, like Paul said.
Okay.
But they say no information about release yet. You'll get more information later in the year. So it doesn't say no Kickstarter either. We'll see.
Well, I mean, listen, if it keeps working for them, why wouldn't they keep doing it, right?
Yeah. Kickstarter, the biggest pre-release system for board game.
The reason it might not go to Kickstarter is the preview pictures we've seen. There were miniature for the player characters, but not for enemies. So it means a lot less plastic.
But I have no clue what that like universe is or something like that. I think it's based off
it's based off a PS4 game.
Yeah, Studio Ghibli thing, I think.
The Studio Ghibli is do the artwork for it.
Okay.
The art design. I think the company that does it is Level 5. That does the game, at least.
Not to be confused with Privateer Press Level 7?
Yeah.
Or the game show Are You Smarter Than a Level 5? Sorry.
Isn't it the 5th grader?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yes, but my version was,
Yeah, it was
funny-ish.
It works, too. Sure.
It was something.
Sure.
I said funny, but let's be honest, that wasn't really
funny-ish.
Funny-esque?
Something like that.
I'm just gonna say that I'm working on a Steam-forged Guild Ball model, Knuckles, one of the new Free City Draft models. He's fairly okay.
That we got for free.
Yes, we get him as a review model. And I can tell you, Steamforged has integrity. Why can I tell you that? Because my model was definitely not cherry-picked. And that's important. All serious, I think that's important. I'd much rather get a review piece that is that reflects what the average consumer can get than a cherry-picked review model. I used to do reviews in my main job for computer hardware. I used to do some testing for Intel and Nvidia and a couple other companies. And often what I would get was not representative of what the consumer was going to get at all. Or I'd get weird prototype hardware that would never come to market. And I'd write these giant reports and reviews on stuff, and then, they were all useless. So I'd as someone who's done reviews before, I'd rather get real product review. And the model is not perfect, but it's far from the worst model I've ever worked on. And the giant seams that are mostly covered up now, and the detail that I painted back in, looks just fine. He's painting up quite quickly. I started him just before we started recording, and at this rate, he'll probably be done before we're done recording. So,
wow, that's fast. That's speed painting for you. And odds he's gonna look better than mine that I took more time to do, but it's okay.
Well, I can show you where I'm at. I mean, I sent a picture just before I started, right?
Well, we'll check out after the show. It's okay. Don't stop your.
It's like progress.
This is great radio, right?
Yeah, well, hey. We're all about quality radio. You guys don't listen to a lot of War Machine podcasts, right? Or any?
Any is the correct answer. He looks good.
Yeah, he's come on. There's one called Chain Attack, which has been going for a long time, and it's Jay Larson's podcast. Jay is a big community member for War Machine. He is owner of probably the biggest gaming retailer in the States now, and Discount Games. And on his podcast, Chain Attack, they have a section called Dank Dune Memes, because they're all fans of the Dune series. But what they do is they take a visual meme and they talk about it in an audio format and describe it. So try to describe the picture and the joke and why it's funny. It is the strangest segment on radio I have ever heard. And this past week, they were doing one that was, the meme was, it was Dune being described in emoji.
Well,
so
that's not too bad.
They read, but they read the emojis. Like a list, like a laundry list of emojis. So not only was it a meme, it was a, emoji meme that they described in audio format while they were laughing nonstop. Because, of course, they are big fans of Dune, and they kind of got the joke. And, it was odd. So, yeah, while our audio, our painting by audio is strange, it's not the worst thing I've heard, is what I was getting at. So, yeah, anyway, all I have to say, Knuckles coming along fine. My model did have a few flaws, but we'll save that for the
Guilds episode.
Exactly. Or perhaps I'll talk about it next week when we have Bryce on the show. Because that won't be awkward at all.
Oh, not at all.
He has nothing to do with production, but that's okay.
Just paint him in the corner.
Yeah, That's right. That's the kind of hard-hitting radio show we have. Gonna make Antoine proud. Cut like a knife. What are you working on, Antoine?
I just finished cleaning and assembling Corbelly from Guildball also, and I went back to painting the 35mm Lawgiver.
That model you were working on the weekend, eh?
Yep.
That was the weekend, was it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was this weekend. So, modeled by Chronicle, Boyd Toys. Boyd Toy is the company name, and it's from the line Chronicles of the Wayfarer. They are coming to Kickstarter soon for their 35mm line. I think they're launching like in the next few weeks.
That's very cool. That model is gorgeous.
It was a right time to finish it.
Yeah, maybe you can send them pictures and they'll use it as a part of their Kickstarter campaign. That'd be cool.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because you are a super good painter.
It's
unlike me, you do not spend just an hour painting your models.
Not that model. This model is so detailed. It's gonna take more than an hour, and
it's the same line that you did the
15mm one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I painted the Lawgiver a couple of months ago, something like that. Maybe earlier this year. I have the model in 3 different scale. I have
you have bust as well?
Yeah, I have a bust of it. That's going to be later. But yeah, I want to do all 3 with the same, probably not the exact same scheme, but similar. And I decided to do it NMM like I did the 15mm. And this is a challenge.
That's how you get better, Antoine.
Yeah, it's not an anime model, it's not a cartoony model, so I'm trying to do something more realistic. And I have not done a lot of trying to be realistic NMM. It's always cartoony on my Red Night stuff, or on the Chibis, or even on Pulp City. I did it all in NMM, but super far from realist. And this is a lot harder. I will have a lot of back and forth to do.
I'm sure it'll look fantastic when you're done. Because that's the type of guy you are. Super downplay in the conversation, and then overachieve in the end result and make us all look bad. I call that Antoine style.
I have not said that I won't be able to do something with it. But it's not a style that I've done much, and it's gonna be work. But I'll do that work. That's fine.
I don't know why, but the Pokemon theme just popped in my head.
What?
Why?
Because Antoine wants to be the very best, like no one ever was.
No, nowhere near that. There are really good painters out there, and I'm not looking forward to putting enough time to be close to any of them.
Yeah, there's good painters, and there's Yom. By the way, I hate to say it, he painted a storm raptor for someone on commission. I saw some pictures of it today.
Mm-hmm.
It was so beautiful that I vomited a little bit. So I encourage other people to go check that out, because it was excellent. As much as I hate to say it, that's okay. I'll make fun of him for his next project. That's all.
It was pretty nice. I saw the picture as well on Twitter today. It's really awesome.
Yeah, you probably saw it on Twitter, on 15 Facebook groups, in our private chat.
You didn't put it on the chat.
No, you didn't.
No, I know. I know. Come on. I'm bugging him, because he may actually listen to this at some point.
Well, it's okay. It's going to be in a couple of months, so it's fine.
Yeah.
He's going to forget about the miniature by then, because he's going to have done like 5 or 6 more bigger and better models by that time.
Yeah, we got to get him on the show again, because last week we were at the gaming store, and someone was like asking him why he's not on the show anymore, and he was like, I don't know. And then he mentioned it to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, you haven't been on in a while. We should probably have you on. Because, despite my efforts, I don't really hate him. Well, I don't.
No, I just like this. Despite my effort, I don't hate him. It's like you're trying to aid him.
Yeah, but he's a hard guy to hate. You know, he's got, hold on, he's got adorable children. And I like children. So, he's, he doesn't smell bad. So yeah, why would I hate him? Man, this is quality radio right here.
You have strange but highly specific ways to decide if you like people.
Yeah, I'm a gamer. Everything I do is strange and highly specific.
Yeah, I think you could stop at geek and not just gamer, but yeah. I do agree.
Well, okay, I have to say they're kind of synonymous in my head. Mm-hmm. As wrong as that may be.
You are wrong. It's not the same.
Don't ever talk like that again, because it was really kind of oddly robotic. And I had a robocall from a AI today that was really disturbing. Because at first I thought it was a person, until I realized how it was answering. I realized, oh no, this is actually a robocall from some sort of evil AI from the future.
Did you want to cruise?
No, it was HP trying to see if I needed help with my my networking and purchases for my IT infrastructure. And it was going to transfer me to a real person, I presume, because it was looking for an account manager for me. Until I finally managed to convince the AI that I did not need their services. But it took a lot of effort. It was very persistent, like a real telemarketer would be. So, yay HP, I guess.
Yeah, and it's good because they cannot be... the AI probably won't be sad that he couldn't get to you, or they'll just soldier on and continue, and not get...
Did you try to insult the AI once you figure out it was an AI?
No, because I'll be honest, for the longest time I was not sure. It was so good, and it was, what tipped me off in the end was the way it emphasized certain parts of the conversation. Like, the way it phrased things was perfect, and the speed at which it answered was really, really good. But then it would kind of say something, and it would seem to be overly excited about what it had said. It was like every sentence finished with an exclamation point, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I realized it wasn't a person. And then I was horrified that it took me, 5 minutes of conversation to realize it wasn't a person. And that's pretty much when I realized humanity was screwed.
Steve, what are you working on?
Right now, I'm working on my Guild Ball miniature as well. I'm working on Gaffer, and I've finished Morn as well, the captain for the Mortician that I had started but never finished. But actually, I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm painting like crazy.
Well, you've been on vacation, right?
Yeah, but even usually on vacation, I don't paint that much, but now I guess I have a itch to paint, and like I was telling you guys, it's really weird because I'm painting for fun instead of painting for a deadline for tournaments, which I usually do. So
no, you finish Morn, so you're painting for fun.
Yeah, exactly. You're painting for fun when you're painting a really bad model that you're never gonna play, so...
Is she really that bad?
Oh, yes, she is.
Is that the general consensus?
Well, that's my general conclusion. After, 8-10 games with her, I tried her against several different kind of lineup, and she sucks. She's nice, though. I like the model. She's really cute. Small, tiny girl holding the candle.
Seeing that, and knowing that Paul is maybe thinking about doing his Mortician.
Oh, I know he's going to play her.
Just pushing Paul to play her more.
I know he's going to do it. I mean, maybe with Gaffer, there's some synergy to get, like +4 attack on somebody, but even though, I don't think she's working.
Now, the real question is not do I play with her, it's can I win with her?
I tried.
Because can I be lucky enough to do like I did with Angel and win consistently with her, despite everyone's poo-pooing on the model? That's the real trick. I don't know if he's wearing a sandal on his foot, or what the hell's going on here. He's got some sort of strange shoe thing going on. My knuckles.
Well, is it something part of the ankle on his feet from the picture that I saw? Like, on the left feet, I guess, from the picture? Or right?
That's the right foot. His shoe's got like no toe for one, like the toe sticking out. Okay. but then I think it might be a sandal, but it's so hard to tell. So I'm just painting it all like a shoe, and we'll see where it goes from there. But I'm just I'm doing it waffle style. I'm working all over the model. I'm adding color. I'm building. I'll tone it back down afterwards.
And so, yeah, I painted a lot of my miners, and they're halfway done, I guess. Yeah. I've one model finishing that I need to do some finishing on the base, and the captain left, and 2 big base model, and they're gonna be done. So pretty happy with the result as well. I like them. Kind of took a bit more time on each model because I add time. So
that's the thing, right? You when you're always painting for tournaments.
Well, you rush stuff. I mean,
and you never really get to enjoy the painting, right?
No.
So it's not surprising you may find yourself actually enjoying it now that there's no stress. It's not that much of a surprise, right? Because it's not like you're terrible at painting or anything. You're a pretty decent painter.
Yeah, okay.
Your models look nice. You get all kinds of compliments. People like your stuff.
Well, it's because I have an eye for color, because I did arts in Cégep and then graphic design as well, so I kind of have lots of classes about color theory and stuff like that, so I really... What?
You're one... No, I was gonna say, you're one up on me.
So that's why I always try to, like, do some muted color and then with a really high contrast color to make the model pop more on the table. And that's why I get good comments on most of my armies. Even when I was playing fantasy, it was the same thing with my armies. Like, always try to have a bright color to catch the eye and bring people to the table to try to get more votes for best painting. Sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, do you have a mind Photoshop like Guillaume, or you had to build your skill? It didn't come to you naturally.
I don't use mind Photoshop for layers or
no, okay.
Actual Photoshop for painting.
I don't remember how that came up, the mind Photoshop thing. There was some weird thing about how he visualizes color, wasn't it?
It was a topic about
color
how we
theory.
Get our color scheme or something like that. So it made sense when he said it. It just
he's a robot.
Coming back.
Yeah, but like my minors, I had no clue on how I wanted to paint them. The only thing I knew when I started is I wanted like all the metals. I wanted them yellow with hazard stripe on them and black hazard stripe, and that's it. That's the only thing I knew I wanted. And then I look at all the colors, and I had some colors that I never use or rarely use, and I said, yeah, I'll go with those, and result is okay, I guess. So.
Yeah, I keep trying to do that, going for colors I never paint, and strangely, everything comes up purple or pink in the end.
Well, it's the first time I have something yellow and green, so.
It doesn't work that much for me.
Maybe you need Photoshop for real, or like a color website.
Just, like, when I did the Zoltar for my Primitive Mystery, I tried to do it like the movie poster, well, the one in big was, and it just didn't look right, so I ended up repainting him purple and pink.
I have to say, he looks gorgeous.
Yeah, I need to see him in person. It looks really great on the picture.
We barely see Zoltar through the box, so I don't think his color would have mattered. I could have left in blue and red, and it would have been good. So.
But you wouldn't have been happy with it, and that would have mattered.
Yep, for sure. So, Steve, you've done a bunch of Guild Ball. Paul, What have you done?
Let's see, painting this week. I did a bunch of Pulp City. I went away on vacation, so I lost a bunch of days, but before that, I did, I did Riposte, I did Solar, I did, what's his name, Wildman. I did a little bit of work on Little Red Riding Hoodoo. I did some bases for it.
Were you already done with Rosie, or you finished her?
Oh, I think I may have finished her. She was over a couple weeks, like on and off, because the model didn't interest me all that much. So I didn't finish her quickly. She's not like this dude who's going to be done probably the next hour. So, she's not a bad model, but
not a good model as well.
Well, she's just not that exciting to paint. That's all. It's really not a matter of there's something wrong with her. Like, the sculpt is fine. It's got a bit of an ugly face, but a lot of unfortunately a lot of female sculpts I find have kind of oddly square-jawed mannish faces.
Mm-hmm.
They don't all have to be supermodels or anything. That's not what I'm saying. It's just is what it is, right?
Yep.
I don't want to get people offended. Paul's a sexist pig. All his female models have to be hot. Like, no, that's not it. But they should look like females.
Yeah, that's the only requirement, I guess.
Well, what I've noticed over the years is that men have no problem sculpting giant boobs and very curvy butts. But ask them to sculpt a woman's face, and they're like, ugh. I know she has 2 eyes and a nose. I don't quite get it. I guess, and actually in general, I assume faces are the toughest part to sculpt.
Well, I know
they convey a lot. They convey emotion and expression, right?
Yeah, that's the part I dislike when I was drawing his face. I never got them. Like,
well, I can't draw a stick figure to save my life. So, I am certainly no expert on drawing. I ain't no expert on painting either, for that matter. But yeah, definitely, I think those are the hardest parts of a model to achieve. It's really. I was going for a super tanned fisherman dude, and I don't think he's going to be that tanned in the end, because this doesn't show up well.
A bit like my Arenarex model. I wanted super tan, and looks like a Greek that passed too much time inside.
Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of like that, except, more hastily done, not as smooth, and not as good. But yeah, totally like that.
So like that, but not like that?
Well, exactly. It's kind of like if Yom painted it, but 18 years ago or something. That's my goal. Paint like Yom when he was a child.
18 years ago, he wasn't a child.
That's true. We're all old. I am more old. Steve is even older than me, I think, so.
Yeah.
By like a month or something.
No, you're older? I'm October. You're June.
Oh. So you're 43 still?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm older. Never mind. There goes all my hopes and dreams. Hey, did we have a topic to... Oh, wait, we're supposed to talk about games. Do we play any games?
I painted other stuff, dude.
Yeah, sorry, go. Yeah. I'm jumping all over the place. Blame Steve. He's upset our delicate rhythm.
Exactly, so I turned the episode of Gilded of the North to Rambling of the North, and it's on my phone.
No, we have rambled enough already. We don't need you just to be able to ramble. That's not a requirement to have a guess. We're able to derail by ourselves, no problem.
Oh, I'm the best at rambling. I've got verbal diarrhea, so it works well.
You're the old man, that's why.
Get off my lawn!
Yeah, so I did a bunch of room cleaning because I'm starting terrain challenge at the end of this week, so I wanted to have space to work on terrain. Normally I keep maybe a square foot area clean to be able to paint, and the rest of the room is just chaos. So now the room is chaos, but at least my work table is almost clear, so I'll have some space to work on it. And the rest, I did a day challenge last week. I painted a 50-point Doctrine Force for Relic Knight to have something new to play than my Paladins. Offer a change of opponents to change of opposing faction for my regular opponent Daniel. So I'm really happy with how they came out. it shows which some 2 or 3 of the models I've put a bit more time on, and it really shows. And also, it's not a great faction for what I've done. Something like the Paladins would have worked better for that, or what's the name of yours, Paul?
Black Diamond.
The Black Diamond, yeah. Something more armor and that a single main color shows up more on the model will work better. Like I did Zenithal priming, kind of a candy coat, but just by airbrushing diluted color of my yellow over that, an heavy wash over everything, and that was my base. And after that, I started picking details left and right just to get something that pops. So it came out well, and I did some glazing just to differentiate color. Like on my Librarian, I glazed the pants a different shade of brown just so that it shows some demarcation, some contrast between the sections. And it worked well. I did put the white on their eye, but forgot to add the irises. So
I forgot about that. Yeah, the creepy.
It gives them a creepy, weird look.
The ghost faction.
Yes, it does.
Somebody said that they were just too full of Esper energy. That's why they were white of the eyes. But then I would need to do some glow effect for that to really work out.
Yeah. So. It's the Dune faction. They're too full of spice.
Yeah, right now it's a bit strange. I'll need to go over them. But for something I did in a day, and it was a day I was working, so it was wow. Just a bit of like the fast color during the morning before I started working. Sometime during lunch, and after that, I think we just had a hobby session in the evening. So there's probably 4 hours total on the model, on the full squad, and that even include the bases. I did the same bases I did for my mace and the 2D snow slabs, which are super fast to paint and do give a finished effect. I'm quite happy with the result.
Well, you should be, because they looked really good.
But when you look at them a bit closer, it shows that there's stuff that's not done. But for the table, and to be able to get that out in a single day, that was an achievement for me. When I usually paint a lot faster, slower than that.
It was quite impressive.
Yeah, I thought you outdid yourself.
So that's about it. Games? Have you played games?
I'm trying to remember. Since we recorded last, did we record the week I went away on vacation?
No, we skipped a week.
We skipped last week, huh?
Yep.
I was away, so no, I'm going to say I didn't play any games. The week before that, I mean, you and I played some. I think the Pulp City was in the last episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, we talked about it already.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I've been slacking. Sorry.
Steve?
Guild Ball, as usual.
Yeah, a bunch of Guild Ball.
Couple of Guild Ball games. Played 2 games with somebody who's tried to coming back to the game, maybe. So we'll see how it goes. Philippe Poupard. Yeah.
Mr. War Machine.
Yeah. And that's it. But it was more Guild Ball and Guild Ball and Guild Ball.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
I should paint or take out my Arena Rex to add some diversity a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're going to try enjoying painting.
Yeah, exactly.
They can be pretty good figures to paint. I won't say they're perfect. I had my fair share of problems with them, but I enjoyed them more or less.
But the problems were mostly in the assembly and cleaning than in the painting.
Yeah. Well, that's usually the case, right?
The weapon looks so flimsy, though.
Oh, yes. You are not wrong about that.
But that or the old Metal Decimate, which is worse.
Arena Rex.
I'm not sure.
Oh, well, my models, anyway. I've painted the old Metal Decimate.
Mm-hmm.
And I painted Riposte from, Pulp City. That's
true. I have Baboom also that I need to strengthen his gun every time I touch him.
Oh yeah, for the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on my side, I played Relic Knight. That's why I was painting it. So I had a couple of games with my new Doctrine. I found out that... What's her name? I'm drawing a blank. Delphine. Delphine is one of their questing knight. She has a giant wolf cipher. But she is a bit squishy. And if your opponent has an overcharge action, that's an attack action that doesn't let you have a defensive action, she dies fast because she has 0 armor. So she can
0 is a low number.
Yeah, she can stop attacks, but she needs to be able to do her defensive action. And we flipped the scenario at random. It was an assassinate the leader scenario.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And we didn't read the full scenario exactly right, so we were thinking it was just extra points, but no, it was the main goal. So this was, our first game was my fastest game of Relic Knights ever. He went over our activation token once, and during the second round of activation, Daniel killed Delphine and ended the game there. So,
wow.
Yeah. I activated 3 models and then the game was done.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, it was brutal. We did a second smaller game after that, and it was a lot more close.
What do they call him in the Guild Ball group now? Daniel the Butcher?
Yeah.
Bus killer.
He's getting to that level in Relic Knights too. I'll have to go back to my Paladins to have a chance. I'm just not aware enough yet of the interaction in the Doctrine, and I probably don't have enough of the good models that work together yet. No synergies, so I think they are a bit harder to play than the Paladins.
Well, that could very well be.
Yeah. The Paladins are, I think, also super easy to play. They do damage and they tank, so you stay there.
You can guard the objective.
That seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, straightforward and easy. No giant complicated synergies chain to prepare or stuff like that. So I think it helps, and that's why I had such an easy time with them. So I'll keep playing the Doctrine and work on those skills, and also try painting some more models. Because I went for the lowest number of models I could, building my list. So
well,
I have
to have painted in one day, that's why.
Yeah. So I didn't pick any units. I had one specific unit, and they are unique. So they are a special unit of 3. I didn't have to paint like 6 or 7 of the lowly initiates that were 2 points for 6 or something stupid like that. So
yeah, they're like my ninjas, right? From my faction.
Yeah.
Character unit.
I'll go back to them later. To the other guys. And do pick out the details too eventually. But yeah, so that game is so fun, and it's fast. Like, I really love Pulp City, but at higher points, it takes a long time.
But it ceases to be fast.
Our last game was long, but Relic Knights, it goes faster.
I feel that Relic Knight is your summer game, because last time you played was last summer with Daniel as well.
Well, Relic Knight is my Daniel game, and I play with Daniel during the Christmas break, during the spring break, and during the summer, because that's the only time we have a schedule that works together.
That's why.
So yeah, we play more during the summer because the summer is longer, but usually we'll be able to get a game or 2 during winter and a game or 2 during the spring break.
No, the summer is not longer. The summer is magic. Do you want me to start singing, or it's okay?
Why do you sing everything?
I don't know.
You're so
And I'm not even...
You are so strange.
I'm not good at singing at all. It's just I have those...
Oh,
all those,
I know.
I have songs that pop for...
I no comment. Wow.
Well, I've heard, like, he's not lying. He's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
He's as bad as I am, and that's saying something.
I sing all the time, but only in French. So that saves us on the podcast.
Well, I sing all the time, too, and my kids hate it now. Actually, no, it's not true. My kids like it at bedtime. But I have a habit where I set everything to song. So I'll randomly make up songs.
Yep.
Set to other music. You know, filling in lyrics about, like, you know, how my kids aren't eating their snack or, you know, the size of my daughter's poop or something. And it kind of bothers them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can only imagine what it's going to be like when they're teenagers and I'm doing it in front of their friends. But that's something to look forward to.
Or they'll start doing it too. Theodore has started singing, changing lyrics all the time, like I do. So that might be what happens. But because my father was doing that too, so.
Well,
probably comes from there.
My wife's a singer, right? Like, she loves songs, and my daughter's the same way. So I think somehow, like, deep down, it offends them that I do that. I just mangle songs.
And
so
knowing you're still doing it because you like annoying people.
I resent that, Steve. I do not like annoying people.
But not annoy.
Wait, are we counting you?
Not annoy people. I mean, provoke or tease people. This might be the...
Okay, yeah. I'm definitely a person who likes to tease people. There's no way that I can deny that and keep a straight face. So. Yep, you were right on that one. But yeah, I doubt I'm going to stop anytime soon.
Oh, you shouldn't stop anyway.
We had a topic, right? Because we're 46 minutes in, and I don't think we've said anything of consequence.
Yep.
Maybe we should change gears.
Oh, we had the segue.
Oh, we did?
Well, Relic Night is Antoine's summer game. And the topic was, is summer affecting your gaming? Ta-da!
Oh, yeah, wow,
and the answer is, yes, it is. In my case.
And that's the show. Everyone, I'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening, and this has been Geeks of the North.
Yeah, summer, I think summer definitely affects my gaming. Usually it affects it for the better. One of the big problems in winter here is winter. Like, that's true. Like, freaking snow everywhere, and it's impossible to get anywhere.
Well, it's mostly because after a snowstorm, it's hard to move because parking is a mess.
No one clears parking ever, and
some street take not weeks, but days to be clean, and there's no parking in the street as well, or stuff like that. So.
Yeah, and our gaming store has a parking lot the size of my backyard, and that's not saying much.
Yeah.
Right? So when there's snowfall and there's snow piled in the parking lot, well, you ain't parking there.
And if you're not parking there, you're not going to the store.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because there's really nothing nearby to park at. I don't think. Maybe there is, and I just don't know.
It's the streets.
Oh, it's worse in the streets.
Yeah.
Because there's vignette and everything. You don't want to go in the street.
Yep.
Vignette meaning that you have to have a parking permit to park on the streets.
Yep.
Because our Anglo listeners won't know what a vignette is.
And I didn't know the English, so that's why I use the French.
Yeah, I'm not blaming you for using the French. It's okay. I fully embrace the language of my forefathers. Or something.
So yeah. Summer affects gaming a bit, but I think it mostly affects tournament. Because it's harder to gather people for events. Because
that's true.
People are on vacation out of towns and...
But more outside activities too.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you have a pool, you would be rather be at the pool with a drink and relaxed than going in downstairs in the basement of a gaming store and play with Toy Soldier. So, well, it depends, but
sure, we'll go with that.
Some people.
Average people.
Average people.
Everyone's gonna have priorities. I wish I had more gaming opportunity. So summer's tough, kids, right? Kids make summers tough for going gaming because kids have other things they want to do. Soccer, and baseball, dance class.
That colors all of our opinions. We're all fathers with multiple kids.
Yeah, so gamers learn from us.
What's the word? Don't have kids.
I would never say that because someday my children might hear that, and then they could think I regret having them.
We'll start setting a fund for therapy, Paul.
I don't regret having my children. My miniatures regret me having my children. My miniatures are left alone for extended periods. I hear them gently sobbing at night sometimes. In the ditto.
Losing track of them in their display cases.
Yeah, that was funny. Like, I haven't seen that army in months. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's in the display case. I never put stuff in my display case.
That's why you couldn't find it.
Yeah, well, that's just it, right? Like, what the heck's that doing there?
Yeah, it's a cleaning conundrum. If you clean, you won't be able to find stuff anymore. Because you know where it is in your organized chaos.
Yeah, organized chaos is the best way to organize stuff. And I know what I'm talking about.
No, not you.
I'm the king of organized chaos.
I'm gonna go back to that whole don't throw stones, because my basement where I'm painting right now is also organized chaos. So, yeah, but I think in general it's, gaming in summer is tough. Stores struggle to get stuff rolling. People just have other priorities, and they're wrong. That's all.
But also, like, lots of time, company are slower on release as well, on new release during summertime.
Well, they give their employees vacations too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's also a mistake on their part, I think.
They shouldn't do that, right?
Well, I think they just don't consider how it's affecting me. And really, I resent that.
Yeah, they should consider the gamer before giving vacation to their employee.
Exactly. If their employees were real gamers, they wouldn't want vacation. They'd be busy gaming.
Exactly.
Well, that might be why they have vacation. They go game and not sell you models.
Well, I don't like it. Just leave it at that. But I mean, look at, we have a good community for some games. Look at the little Guild Ball community we have now, right? It's going strong.
Yeah.
There's people there at gaming night. Everyone's happy. Steve tries to run an event. No one can go. People have to practice for their 100-kilometer bike ride or whatever.
Away with their girlfriends, stuff with their kids.
Yep.
Even
me, I can't go. I wasn't going to go, then I thought about going because I saw everyone canceling, and I was like, oh, Steve needs people to go. But then I remembered that, we have guests coming over on Saturday that had been trying to schedule visiting us for weeks, and if I leave Christy, she will probably leave me. Yeah.
But they're her friends or your friends?
They're her friends.
There you go. I'll see you Saturday.
Well, no.
You're not dodging that bullet?
Well, no, I would not be able to dodge that bullet. When I got home, there would be hell to pay.
The bullet would hit you harder.
Yeah.
It's not the bullet, it's the time bomb.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on.
Yeah. Steve, your daughters are older too, so I think it makes it easier for you to plan other stuff.
Yeah, I can almost leave them alone without them fighting too much.
Mm-hmm.
So it's starting to be easier on schedule.
And they don't require management as much, I think, because they can do stuff by themselves when you're there. I remember last year I went to game with you during the day.
Yeah, but they still need, like, feeding and stuff like that.
Yeah, you need to be there, but you can do their stuff.
Yeah, I know.
It's like they're a pet cat. No, but Steve needs to feed the kids.
But as soon as, like, they entertain themselves, they can play with each other, but like as soon as the serotonin start to drop, like you need to keep them having food and get that level up, because if you get too low, then you're screwed, because they're gonna start fighting about anything, and then that's when you lose control, and that impairs gaming time.
Yeah, but at least they can manage to do stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Like I couldn't see myself playing a game with my 4-year-old being in the same room.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't have a choice to deal with her.
Yeah, they will check and stuff like that as well. So, but they're older.
Yeah, we can test that theory Thursday night, Steve, when we try to game with my 5-year-old in the room, see how it goes.
I just need to bring the right color of dice and we'll be fine. It's blue dice, right?
Usually, yeah, blue is her favorite color. But you have to be willing to part with them, Steve. That's the issue, because she robs my friends. Oh, there it is. Yeah, she's pretty hilarious for that. I don't quite understand where her obsession with dice came from.
Well, you always be playing, and she saw us playing and stuff like that, so that's where it comes from.
Well, we've joked about me playing more with Daniel during the summer, but summer is also, I think, for me, the hardest period to plan stuff, because we do a lot more family activities during the evening and during the weekend, going out to cousins to go at the pool or stuff like that. So
that makes sense, right? Like,
yeah. But it also makes, and with the vacation, during my vacations, I usually don't game at all. So that's a 2 or 3 weeks where I won't have any gaming because we're gone either at the family chalet, going to see my parents, going to see friends. So most of the time I play less during my vacation and probably a bit less during the summer itself. So it's not bad. And I still get some gaming anyway during the week's evening, especially if I'm still working. But the one point where I can get some gaming is I do have some of my Friday afternoon off. That's a benefit we have at work. And that's where I'm able to slide a game or two once in a while. But that's the only extra gaming I get during the summer, really.
Yeah, that's true. I hadn't really thought about how just all the extra activities that we do with the family. I mean, yes, the kids have more activities, but even outside that, you're right. We spend more time visiting people, more time out of the house.
Yeah, just in the last 3 weeks, you went away twice.
Yes, I did.
So that's time you're not there, that you're not able to play.
Rub it in, Antoine, rub it in.
But it was fun vacation.
You
went to Target.
I did, Steve, I did. But it's not the adventure for me that it is for you. It's just not the same without you, to be honest.
And you disappoint me because you didn't go to Taco Bell for breakfast. So.
Nobody
I have
wants
never been to
go
a Taco Bell in my life, Steve.
That's even more disappointing.
Like, I like Mexican. But I like real Mexican, or real-ish Mexican.
Well, Taco Bell has real-ish meat.
Maybe made from real-ish Mexicans. I believe that.
There's kind of meat inside, so.
Kind of meat, yeah. Anything else to say about that topic?
Summer is good for tacos?
No, tacos are good always. All the time.
You know, off topic.
Were we on topic ever?
I've had a craving for tacos for the last several days. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you and me both.
So Taco Bell on Thursday?
No.
There was a blank, so I kind of almost had to hope you were going to say yes.
I won't lie, Steve, I was tempted to say yes. But that's the other problem with
your stomach
with
was
small
like
children, right? It's not even that. It's trying to get kids to eat stuff like tacos. Like,
they love
my
tacos,
kids.
though?
Oh, really? Nana loves Taco Bell.
Oh, like my kids, I don't know if I can get them to eat a taco. It's not a sausage or
but it's
macaroni.
a chip.
Yeah, but it's a lot of work for the 2-year-old.
And there's vegetables, so.
Oh, okay. You force that on your kids? My kids don't have vegetables in their tacos. It's cheese and meat.
Oh, no, they have vegetables.
My kids, choose vegetables. It's really weird. We went to a buffet. Wow, this is totally nothing to do with miniatures.
Yep.
Anyway, went to a buffet with my daughter a couple weeks ago in the States. It's a steak buffet called Golden Corral. It's actually pretty good, and they have quite a good selection of food. And she filled the plate. She came back with Mexican rice and cauliflower and broccoli and 2 types of corn on the cob and just corn and green beans. And then for there's giant dessert tables and stuff. She had 2 marshmallows for dessert. And I was like, you are no child of mine. I love you, but I don't know if we can go on this way. Oh, that's supposed to go there. That's where there's I thought my model had a weird miscast. Turns out that's actually there for a reason. It's a space to put the chain from the anchor in. Because, he's using an anchor. Man, why doesn't everyone use an anchor as a melee weapon? That's what I want to know. I think the rest of the fishermen are doing it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to paint his base quick before I put that anchor on, though.
Okay.
He's almost done. So yeah, in short, gaming summer sucks, but parking in winter sucks more. So I really just think that there's
play in the fall and the spring.
Yes. You heard it here first, folks.
That's our wise conclusion to this topic.
We do get to play outside a bit, though. There's that.
I want to do another.
We did play outside at Paul's place last year. I couldn't attend, but
yeah, I want to actually do that again.
The week or two where we don't melt and there's no thunderstorm.
Yeah, that was bad last year because it was 40 some odd degrees. I just remember I borrowed an inflatable pool from Steve, and it was in the backyard, and I remember we're all standing in it, just letting our feet cool off while we're drinking beers. It was kind of epic, and I wish I'd taken a picture. Because we did a small little 4-man round robin, lots of fun. I think I would do that again, but I would do it at my mom's, so it's about an hour away from Montreal.
Or, as I like to call it, 20 minutes away from Ben-la-Bédaine.
Yeah, from the best poutine in Quebec, yeah, exactly. And you heard it here first, folks. Jeez, I can't even talk. Thinking about the poutine, I get some on the brain now.
Your mouth is watering and you can't talk.
Yeah. Excuse me, I had to wipe up the drool. But yeah, I thought about doing it there. That way we could do the pool in between rounds. And she has a nice big backyard, and there's always a breeze there because she's on that side of the mountain.
Well, and also because it's not the city. I mean, there's less concrete everywhere. And
yes, that's also true. No giant concrete jungle.
Yeah, just need to find the correct time to do it. I'm willing to go.
Okay, well, we'll send out invites for the PaulCon 2019 shortly. Had to think what year it was. Again, excellent radio. I'm an idiot.
No comment.
That's okay. You don't have to comment. We all know it's true.
And there, I have the Milli Vanilli song in my head that popped up. Girl, you know it's true.
Yeah, okay, we're not going to go there. At least it's better than the Careless Whisper song. That spent days in my head, but no, don't do it, Steve. That spent days in my head because of you.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm going to make Daniel suffer during our game tomorrow.
You're a bad man.
I'm a fun person.
Sure. All right, Antoine, any news? I haven't looked at the doc.
Yes.
I was extra bad.
All right, there's
first,
news.
Kickstarter by Printable Scenery, Clorehaven, and the Goblin Grotto.
Let me get to the doc so I can pretend that I'm participating.
It is a line
what episode
of... are we? 81. There's only one available in the list anyway.
Not even
The
in the
other
folder
are
yet.
in the
Hold on.
subfolder. So
Hold on. I'm getting there.
So it's
quick, guys, fill airtime while I look for the folder.
It's a printable scenery
Antoine's
project.
like, screw you, Paul. I'm trudging on.
Yeah, I'll go on until you find it.
He was talking, so you didn't have to fill the space. He was okay before you cut him, like I did.
Okay.
Screw you guys. Talk about it.
No, Antoine, quickly. No, don't leave us hanging.
Mm-hmm.
It's a village and a citadel that you can pledge.
I can't get the dock to open.
To pledge, and there's lots of smaller fences as well.
Yeah, what it is, it's you have parts of a building, of multiple buildings, and you can build them like you want. So you have different sides, different type of roofing, different type of windows, doors, all those sides, and you can fit them together to have, you can print what you want to do the buildings as big as you want to. You can do a small cottage, and with the same parts, you could also do a giant tavern. You just need to print the segments that you want. So most of their Clorehaven line, it's mostly stone and timber buildings. But they also have the Goblin Grotto line, which is a bunch of really, how do they call the new goblins? Like the Groom Spite Gits from Game Workshop, or maybe Night Goblins from the old world. That's what it looks like.
Oh wait, this is 3D printable scenery.
Yes.
I was thinking 2D, like stuff you like papercraft for some reason. Okay, I know this company.
Yeah,
In fact, I
we've
bought a bunch
talked
of files
about
from
them multiple times.
Yeah. I can't get the dock to open, Antoine. I'm sorry. I keep trying. It won't let me. It's like it's asked me how I want to open it. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
By link.
Well, that's just it. I'm double tapping, and it's like, nope.
Yeah, that's fine.
The cavern walls are really nice.
Yeah. So the project they were looking for 500 New Zealand dollars. They're over 100,000 now. So it's going really well. By the time we release, there's going to be about just under 2 weeks left to go. So they are already funded. They are unlocking new stuff, and I don't see any chance of them not being like going back from that amount to their initial goal during the last 2 weeks.
I can't see.
And they also have.
Go ahead.
Yeah. It's their 7th Kickstarter. They know what they're doing. So.
I was gonna say I can't see the actual doc, and I don't have the link to the Kickstarter. I can say
it's in the Facebook chat.
It's in the what? Facebook chat? I don't have Facebook open. Yeah. Like, in fact,
okay,
you're lagging out. So, like,
I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Okay. No, you've resynced. I have no video from you anymore. But you've resynced.
I'll close the video just to be sure.
So I think that's why I couldn't open the doc. I think I was just completely lagged out. I can't even open the folder now. I restarted my browser, and it must be my internet connection's having issues.
And there's lots of unlock scenery as well already.
Yeah.
But what I did want to say is that I've bought other products from them before.
Yes,
boats and towers and all kinds of stuff.
The Church of Spite is from them.
They're extremely well made. They work quite well.
Hello?
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, seems like we've completely lost Paul.
Yeah.
There are thunderstorm in the province right now, so we might have lost Paul because of that.
Well, that's fun.
We'll wait a bit and see.
Let's see if I can't get Skype to load again.
Say, I think that the church
not only did my Skype drop the call,
printed
actually
for Eleanor's school project is from that company, and it was really good. So I can only imagine the rest of their scenery. Like that, there's some nice looking stuff in that Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still more to unlock as well. So if you pledge,
I'm back in the call.
Probably more.
Yay!
Hello, Paul.
And he is back.
Yeah. There's a whole. I went on. My audio just kept going about how I was out of the call and I didn't know what was going on. It's all good. I'll have to edit all that crap out.
Next item. by Found Miniatures. It's the Pinocchio. So this is a larger piece, a larger scale size, a 50mm bust. You have Geppetto with Pinocchio on his back. It's kind of a cartoony style. You also have the a cat and the cricket. It's Jiminy Cricket, I think, the name.
Mm-hmm. But it's probably not Jiminy Cricket because they don't have the
license. Yeah,
license. Yeah.
Well,
they don't. Do they need the license?
Well, I don't think Jiminy Cricket was actually in the real Pinocchio story, right? I think it's just a Disney thing.
Yeah.
Okay, or maybe not under the name. I don't know.
I don't know if there was actually a talking cricket in the original Pinocchio story. Unless...
Well, he's not talking right now, and he doesn't have a top hat, so it might not be Jiminy. But there's a cricket. It's a really wonderful piece. It's not available right now, but it's going to be available only 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they will take order for it from August 8th to August 10th. You can register right now to their, they have a email blast that you can register to be informed when they go and release, and they will take order for that piece only during those 3 days. So, if
it's really
that might interest you, you should register or put a reminder somewhere that you can go back to it. The final price is not yet available, but you can just look at other stuff from them and it will probably be in the same ballpark.
Yeah, I can't even load the Kickstarter to look at it, so I'm just going to take your word for it. Because when I started to load the Kickstarter, you went all digital Roboto on me, so Roboto.
But that one is not a Kickstarter. It's just
it's just a pre-order link.
It's going to be a straight order, yeah. And the last item by the juggernaut of the industry, Game Workshop are releasing Warcry this weekend. So this is the Kill Team equivalent in Age of Sigmar, but they instead of just using the regular factions like Kill Team did, they have a range of 6 Chaos warbands available in the base game, and after that you have rules separate for all or most of the newer OS factions. So it's a skirmish games, adds its own rules, got 3D terrain.
And the terrain is really nice. I've seen some of the people setting it up online.
Well, I saw it in Flesh at the Abyss. They were assembling it last Wednesday. They had the store advanced copy, and wow, the quality is amazing.
Yeah, I assembled and cleaned, I think, 3 or 4 of the Iron Golems, one of the 2 warband that comes in the starter. And the Game Workshop plastic is really amazing.
It is.
The aesthetic might not be your style, but the quality of the models is incredible.
I like the aesthetic of that game. Like, it's really all twisted and dark, and I don't know, something really comes to me. Like, the Iron Golem remind me a bit of the, a lot of BioShock. The aesthetic of BioShock with the Big Daddy, like, with all the scaphandrier? Like like the big fishing outfit and stuff like that with the mask.
Mm-hmm.
And
the deep sea diver.
Yeah, exactly. Like and other, like, the bird faction.
The Corvus Cabal looks so cool.
They really look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like the Blissful one with the guy, with the big, standing perch on scaffolds and, like, with sights in his hand and stuff like that. They really look really good.
Yeah. The terrain look amazing. The models look amazing.
Yeah, terrain is really good as well. The table that comes with the box set is really nice.
The few people who I've read that I had tried at one of the store also seem to like it a lot. So it looks to be a really nice product. If you're looking for a more skirmishy game, like lower model counts, and want to play in the Age of Sigmar realms, that I think that's a no-brainer. Except maybe the cost. But that's Game Workshop. So it was to be expected. But there's so much value in that box.
Yeah, the starter boxes are never a pricing issue, right? Like,
no. Well, it's $200. That's not cheap. And it doesn't come with a giant hardbound book. It's a small, soft cover book. But you get so much terrain and you get the 2 warbands, and you also get neutral creatures, beasts. So there is a lot of stuff in the box.
The terrain alone, right?
Yeah.
The city, the ruined city and everything, there's lots of terrain there.
So that was the last item I wanted to talk about. For the regular releases, there is a small thing I want to mention too. For a while earlier this year, I was talking about the secret sculpting project. It's finally out. So it was a Spartan penguin. So I sculpted that for the Magnet Baron. You usually sell kits modifying kits for either stands or for miniatures and all the type of magnet you need to magnetize your 40k stuff or any of this stuff, any of the miniatures you want. And you wanted to have a miniature available. It comes with 2 separate weapons, either a small gladius or a spear, and they are pre-magnetized. So when you get the models, they are already ready to weapon swap.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a tiny penguin. It's something like 20 meter high, I think, at the top of his crest, of the crest of his helmet. So it's small, but it's cute. It was a super fun project to work on. And
I think they came out really well.
If that might interest you, we'll have the link in the show notes, as we always do for the other news item.
Yeah, that was a really cool little project. I remember being present when you worked on it some nights.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, and I shared the work in progress pictures with you guys. That wasn't a problem for just our group.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's out.
Yay!
Yay, indeed.
Show indirect support for Antoine. Go buy yourself a Spartan penguin. Or something.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you will have them in person at Nova, the next big convention that's you will be at.
Oh, nice! I wish I was going. I would buy one so I can own a little piece of Antoine. Oh wait, that sounds wrong.
That sounds weird.
You guys knew what I meant. It was meant as a term of endearment type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make it weird.
Yeah, we've already shared multiple convention rooms, so he already owned a little piece of Antoine.
Well, it wasn't that little.
Would be a middle one.
Wow, okay. I went there and then Antoine.
Yeah, that's enough.
And on that note, we've been Geeks of the North.
Wait, you're channeling your...
Geeks of the North, indeed.
Are you channeling your Strictly the Worst there, Steve?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cut before you say much.
Something more horrible? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I couldn't quite finish the miniature in time.
That's why you're trying to extend the show, just to be able to finish it during the recording.
Yeah, he's almost done.
Well, mine says finished, but I started earlier than you, so.
I started a couple minutes before the show, right?
Yeah, I started around like 7:30ish, something like that.
And I started months ago.
But I'm sure, Steve, that your model looks nicer than mine in terms of.
I doubt. Well, we'll see if we game on Thursday.
Oh, it's not a competition.
You'll see. Mine is okay, but
I'm sure your model is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's okay. It's tabletop, and I'm okay with that.
Just like you, Steve. Gorgeous.
It's Antoine who's gorgeous, usually.
No, I'm beautiful. You're gorgeous.
Okay.
Well, you are the best groomed gamer I've ever met. Working for an aesthetics company, yeah. You're always immaculately waxed beard.
Well, I'm due for waxing my beard, so.
Wow. I went somewhere. That also sounds weird. We're going to stop now. Bye, everyone. It's always been a pleasure. Steve, we'll have you on soon when I finally recover from the weirdness that this episode was.
Have you on before you start complaining too much as well. Wow.
We'll have to think about that one a little bit. But, yeah.
But thanks for having me, guys.
It was always a pleasure. We'll see each other probably tomorrow night at the store.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm supposed to play a quick game against Mr. Chris.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to get a little bit of gaming in. See how it goes.
I'll see you there then.
All right, Antoine. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, have fun and bye, geeks.
Thanks for listening to Geeks of the North. If you want to contact us, you can email us at geeksofthenorth@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/geeksofthenorth, or follow us on Twitter at Geeks of the North. You can follow me, Paul, at PRFilio, Antoine at Eltonio Berg, Steve at B_Steve, and if you really feel the need, I guess you can follow Yom. He's at Yomasta. Breaks and outro music by Ladrave. You can listen to them at ladrave.bandcamp.com. See you next time, geeks.
Thank you for checking out United Geeks Network family member. If you enjoyed it and are looking for other online media with a geek culture slant, head over to unitedgeeksnetwork.com, where you will find Who, What, Why, a game design podcast. A podcast that talks about the ins and outs of game design with game designers. The United Geeks Network. You can broadcast your geekiness at unitedgeeksnetwork.com.